We are on a quest. On a mission to find the native plant and animal species of southeastern Arizona.
Howdy folks, you're watching the Green Dream Project. Jim here.
And Jessica.
And we're at it again with another installment of Native Plants and Animals. Bladderpod edition. Woo doggy. I'm excited to do this one. We got fields of bladderpods. It's all over. It's a bright sunny day out though. Tell you that, that's why I got the hat. Give me a little bit of shade. Should we get talking about bladderpods?
Sure.
Gordon's Bladderpod. Weird name, right? Tell us, how did they get this weird name?
Because they have pods, bladder pods.
That resemble bladders?
Kind of. They have these little round seed pods. They look like little balls. And I think they're sometimes called popweed because if you're walking in a field of bladder pods and you step on some, just hard to avoid stepping on them. You can hear those little pods popping.
Yeah, they're everywhere here. You try not to step on them, but like, it's just carpet. It's carpeted with it.
So the Gordon's bladder pod is an annual plant. It's sometimes considered a short-lived perennial, and we noticed it starting to grow here over the winter.
We've owned this land for a few years now. Up until we moved here, we came out on regular visits, and this is the first time we've ever seen the phenomenon like this.
Yeah, I think it's because we've been blessed with kind of extra precipitation over the winter. We had some rain and
some snow,
some snowstorms. Yeah, and then we're getting lots of flowers now.
It's beautiful. Lots of different flowers. Of course, today we're focused on the bladderpod. Why? Because it's so prevalent. It's so prevalent.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. You could see behind us the sea of yellow, but if we could pan around, you just see it everywhere.
And they have a nice kind of mild fragrance to them that's kind of nice. It just fills the air, the sweet smell.
You just walk out into that field and you can just smell the fragrance.
So it does seem to be more of a cooler weather plant because it was growing over the winter just fine. We had some freezing temperatures and it survived quite well, and then it started blooming in early spring. They kind of cover any bare soil that's out there.
Which is an incredible lesson, because these areas where the bladderpod's growing was just dirt for the longest time, and a person could say, oh, well, that's just barren soil, but obviously barren desert soil, but obviously
there's something in there.
There's life in there.
It's just waiting for the right conditions, and this year we happen to have the right conditions for them to grow.
There's very little soil that is completely dead, and all of that can be remediated and brought back to a much healthier condition.
So this is a native plant, and it's found in the southwestern United States and into central U.S. There are a lot of different plants that are in the bladderpod category, I guess. This is the Physaria genus. The specific kind is Physaria gordoni. There's not a whole lot of information out there about it, but from what I found, it may be edible, though it can be somewhat toxic to livestock, especially horses. But this is part of the mustard family.
Can I put that on my hot dog? Rub a little bladderpod on there?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't eat hot dogs.
Okay, yeah. That's more toxic.
that may be more toxic than the bladderpods.
I haven't found enough information on them to comfortably start eating a bunch of it, but I did find out that bladderpods have seeds that contain these oils called hydroxy fatty acids, or HFAs, and they're actually pretty useful, especially in like commercial, industrial processes, making resins, waxes, lubricating greases, pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, lots of different things. And historically, they've sourced this HFA from castor beans. If you know anything about castor beans, they are highly toxic. And I think they actually stopped domestic production of this for that reason. So all of those oils get imported here. It's possible that bladder pods could be cultivated for commercial use, since those oils that they contain is actually a higher quality than the castor bean oil.
I hope you enjoyed a little talk about the bladder pods. I know we enjoy it because it's everywhere and it is beautiful. It's adding so much beauty to this spring, plus the fragrance. It's truly made our first spring here on the land just that much more special. It's like, welcome to the land. Yeah. All right, thanks a lot for joining us, everyone. Really, really appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed this little discussion on the bladder pod. And if you do, please give us a thumbs up. It helps us out a lot. Leave a comment down below. What do you think of the bladder pod? Or what kind of native spring flowers are you getting out there? We want to know about it. Share it with a friend or two. Because trust me, they want to know about Gordon's bladder pod. Who doesn't? And as always, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll catch you on the next video, everyone. Have a good day, folks.